Okay, welcome back to another YouTube live stream. I've decided to go early, to live stream a little earlier today, because I thought I was actually doing something till around 6, but I'm not, and I thought I'd go live. Because why not, chat? Why not? Alright, let me set this up and then notify Discord and then we're all good, right? How we doing, chat? How's it going? Octane, JT7 Games, how's it going? Rapid, how's it going? Peace Out Games, how's it going? Void, TS, Geno, Rocky. Okay, how's it going? Dollar, how's it going? Just want to say, chat, what was this nonsense from the community about collabs ruining the storyline? Fortnite has had a lot more successes doing that than they haven't. I don't understand where this comes from every time we do a collab or a collab season. But every time, the community is worried for some reason. Can we get into the teaser? Rapid, chill. Give me a second, right? Because I'm streaming a little bit earlier today because I thought I was doing something till later, but I'm not. Did you see the new Sonic trailer? Yes, I did. There's a lot to talk about today. So much to discuss, so much to talk about. My day's always, yeah, my day's good. Why did it? Wait. Did. Okay, well, that's good. Right, okay, chat. Everything's set up. Everything's good to go. I've notified the Discord, so they complain that I didn't notify them. Well, I have done the last... Well, actually, the other day I didn't actually do it, but there was a few days where I have done it, and they still argued that I didn't do it, so... I'm back from holiday, and I'm going on another one in like 2 days. Rapid. There's a donation button down there. No, hope you enjoyed your holiday, man. Eddie, how's it going? Welcome to stream. Yo, thanks for being a member for 5 months, Void. That's crazy. W's in chat. I've got one more day of work and still I've got a day off. I've done 4 in a row so far. Is that not a normal week? This is 5 days in a row. Ron, how's it going? Hey Jay, I take back what I said about the 0 point getting destroyed by Geno and the Dark Voyager because they did put the 0 point back together. No worries. It's just something that people just seem to be thinking. I'm like, I might be very wrong, but I can see Geno, like, if he feels like he lost it and like to, you know, in spite of the 7, you know, he probably would actually destroy again.
At All Games for Real donated
Yo,
€5
Games,
through Super
thanks for the
Chat.
€5 Super Chat. Oh wait, did I fix that? Is that playing out? Did that play out? I don't think I fixed that. I knew there was something I didn't do. Does that not play out? Oh no, it is. It is. It's working again. The other day it wasn't working for some reason.
At All Games for Real donated
okay,
€5 through Super Chat. This button.
No, I'm joking, Rapid. You don't have to do that. I have heard about that, Fox. I'm going to have to go and scroll through Twitter. But the majority of today's conversation will be obviously around the actual video teaser, because there is an awful lot of codes just to get through on that one video. Hype incoming, indeed. Guys, of course, if you are enjoying the content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. You know, we will be covering the Fortnite storyline. I might cover a few other things in general, but you know, Fortnite storyline is on my top, is my top agenda at the moment. The Sonic teaser made me laugh, purely running at full speed. We're going to get into that. What if the stabilizer charges up during the event and destabilizes 0 point, leading to multiple realities to form? I don't think that's the case because of what we see in the trailer. So we're probably going to get into that. We're going to definitely get into that. Sorry, I'm just setting up my stuff. Actually, I should have put that in there, shouldn't I? How do I start this? How do I start this? How do I sideways into this? How do I... The intro is important. Let me think about it. Damn, how do I sideways into this? I think Sloane isn't loyal to the 7. She only joined because she wants reality safe. Like how she left the IO to... well, by herself, so I don't think she will stay. And the Guardian too. Yeah, you know what? I could see Sloane doing that once. If the other 7 ever return, I could see Sloane vacating her spot for another member, right? Wouldn't it be a FNAF collab? I have so there is some teasers for a new collab FNAF game, right? But it looks very similar to what's going on in Fortnite at the moment. I think I have just heard some Discord chatter about certain stuff that relates to surviving the night, but I take that with a pinch of salt. So unless you've been hiding under a rock, Sonic the Hedgehog has just dropped the trailer for the new Fortnite season, Chapter 7, Season 2, and there is an awful lot to get through on this one specific trailer. Unfortunately, chat, I do not have the time to go away. Where's the Fortnite game gone? Unfortunately, chat, I do not have time to go away, get a college degree in coding, and then come back and be able to understand what the hell is going on with some of these codes. But we're going to try, right? So here's a 9-second trailer. Only 9 seconds, but there's an awful... Actually, 9 seconds is long enough. But there's an awful lot to talk about here. So that was it. But crazy. 9 seconds of pure craziness. So a Sonic collab, which, at least in this community, people have been begging Fortnite. And if they are going to have a Sonic collab, the best season to do that would be in a Gaming Legends season. So a good place of any to insert it, right? But yeah, so the first thing we see... What do I call this video? Looking at the Fortnite trailer. I don't think 0.25 seconds, you can't see because of chat. 0.25 seconds, I don't think that's slow enough. I actually don't think that's slow enough. I actually think that might be too fast. But anyway, so the first thing we see is a Glitch Imagine Order logo, which is, you see this in films all the time, right? They'd be working on their computer, next thing, and they see a logo or something, and it's them hacking, which does raise a few questions. So, who was in control for the IO to hack said loot? Or has it just always been on an offline system? And obviously, if we're talking about this specific hack, right? This specific hack where anything jumps out immediately, system access requested, authentication, user unknown, bypass and firewall, okay, decrypting root, okay, I don't even know what that is. What was that? See, I need a degree to read half of this stuff. Fortnite, be quiet, we're trying to, like, lock in. Oh, God, what is this? Mm-mm-mm-mm. And we have all these sequence requests, secret start, mountain, /dev/game _universe. So is this hack accessing a game universe? So in the terms of Fortnite, are all these characters in one universe? Scanning sector 7-4. Checksum verified. I'm not even going to read that one out. Patching one time. Injecting cheat table, as we have been discussing, this whole hacking thing and override. You know, is there going to be hacks available to certain members and certain players that can be used for next season in some respect, right? Override flag set true. But anyway, there's so much to get through here. But obviously, this is not the first time we've seen anything like this. If you cast your minds back to the start of the chapter, or, of course, the end of the other one.
At Lit-C donated $2 through Super Chat. AAHAHAHWJQKEOFW haha who I was right AHHHH.
I can't hear that, so no idea how that would have sounded to you guys. Lit, thank you for the $2 donation. I was right. What do you mean you were right? Of course Sonic was happening at some point. Of course Sonic was happening at some point. It just seems like it's today, right? It was just a bunch of letters. Fair enough. Sorry, currently looking up the Chapter 7 trailer. That's Season 2. 0 hour. Got me around here somewhere. No, wrong trailer. So, of course, we have seen something like this before. At the beginning of this chapter, we had this error message. I'm going to say error message. Too quick for me. Too quick. I was off screen. I was off the screen. Oh God, are we not in HD here? What? Okay, well, we had this training run complete. Total elapsed time in base reality, 8 years, 9 weeks, 3 days, 9 hours, 30 minutes. Total simulated time across all iterations, billions of years. Learning phase complete. Decommission error protocol. Remember that, the dark presence. Decommission anomaly containment protocol. Cube writing. Beginning phase 2. Execute program. Don't know. Again, in cube writing. But obviously, the dark presence did get taken out by a red cube, which obviously is very synonymous with Geno. So, was this, I suppose, because this is obviously shutting down phase 1. This is stopping phase 1, right? This was the message we saw in game, which stopped phase 1 and then began phase 2. But obviously, how it's currently set up, unless I'm just wrong, as we go back to the new teaser, right? Warning, unauthorized protocol detected. So it's an unauthorized protocol. So it's come up with an Imagine Order logo. So whatever Geno or the Imagine Order is hacking, and the Imagine Order logo is being used as a call sign to go, it's me. It's Geno, right? Who is he hacking? And the only ones to say would be the last reality, right? But obviously, the Imagine Order was in control of the loop up until at least season 3. Are we missing a step here? See, we're here again. Initializing target IP, Sonic Protocol.exe. Which is obviously similar to what we see with the Dark Presence. So again, it seems to be everything before was Geno, right? And after Geno's reveal, I said what we saw in Chapter 7, or the first, after the live event, right? I said, initially, it looked like the last reality, right? There's Q writing, Dark Presence, whatever. After Geno's reveal, I looked back and went, it's got to be Geno, right? And obviously people are, still very hopeful for the last reality and nothing. But at this point, the last reality and nothing has injected chrome into themselves, and they're currently convulsing in the middle of the loop. They're gone, mate. They're gone. I see no way for them to, unless obviously the last reality are sort of like this overlords, right? And they only get involved when they really want to. And maybe Geno realize they're like the overlords, right? So he's trying to hack them, right? So the last reality, we did talk about this before, so whoever was around before may know what I'm getting at. We sort of said, oh, maybe the last reality wanted Geno to have the 0 point until he started to realize, like, there's a world above him, right? There's people manipulating and playing him as a puppet, right? Kind of like what's that film with Jim Carrey in it? And he's like, oh my God, actually, I'm the one being played. So he pretended to fake his death, and he's like, I'm going to come back and get one over the last reality. That's the only way I've seen that maybe whatever's being hacked is the last reality, right? So that message, what we see at the end of Chapter 6, is still the last reality, but it's being heavily manipulated at that point by Geno. Because otherwise, I'm so confused. Unless we just don't consider the last reality at the moment. But what I'm saying is that's the only way I see the last reality getting in here, right? Otherwise, it's all Geno at this point, right? Like, one thing, there's a lot of conversation here, like access granted, root privileges enabled, reality.exe has stopped responding. Which is funny, right? I just remembered another thing. At the start of Chapter 7, we had some games glitch, remember? When we got in, the only working mode in if my memory serves me correctly, right, was BR. Reload was gone offline. And I thought that related to, was it after the, oh my God, what, the butterfly event, when the cube entered the in-between and then did whatever it went, there's that, and then it correlated with modes going offline. So wasn't that Geno's first attempt with the red cube to hack reality, which on a larger scale is being controlled by the last reality? But that is so far in the distance, because this is we're focused on Geno at the moment. But that's why Geno is doing what he's doing, right? Because that's the only way I see the last reality coming in this. And something I've always been against for Fortnite, right? So, for example, we talked about this the other day, right? Harry Potter. I hate when people go, oh, Harry Potter's not real. I'm like, I know it's not real. It's a story. And they're like, no, it's not real, right? Magic doesn't actually exist. He's currently having a psychotic break, and he's actually underneath the stairs, and he's imagining this whole thing playing out. I'm like, bro, take a chill pill. Relax. That is not what's occurring. It's just a story, mate. And then they say the same thing about Rugrats, and what's this other thing called? Supernatural. Supernatural is shown as loads of quirky things happen during that series. Spans, I think it's like 20 years that series spanned for. But this is one specific episode where they go to reality where their life is a book. And what I've always been a bit cagey off with Fortnite, for them to be a game within a game. But unfortunately, this is very much like that, right? This is sounding like the world of Fortnite is true, right? What happens in Fortnite means something. Like, lives are, there's stakes at play, right? But that still could mean, I suppose, that Fortnite is a game. So, oh, damn it. I'm trying to work out what I'm saying here. So it's getting convoluted. Okay, going back. Okay. Going back to the Supernatural one. It's like their world is still real, right? But just in that world, they were a book. They were a story created by someone. But their lives exist somewhere else. So that could be what's happening here. In a reality, these are just games, and Geno is incorporating them into a loop, and not Fortnite is a game within a game, and we're playing this real story, and we're manipulating them for... I don't want Fortnite to be that. I think that'd be stupid. Even explaining it is frying my brain, but I know someone's going to start to say that because of the direction we're going. And I'm like, please, no, please. Fortnite can be its own thing, right? It can be its own world that exists, that doesn't have to have this silly thing where it's like, it's actually just a whole simulation that is actually a game and it's controlled by Epic Games. I'm like, please, no. Please. But I feel like that's the direction, unfortunately, some people's brains are going to go at this point. I still think it's possible it's something like WandaVision, which is fine, because that was a whole thing created by created by the Scarlet Witch. I mean, her name is Wanda, but it's just that sounds weird just saying it like that. From the Scarlet Witch to create a reality so powerful that it actually did exist. Like, they experienced that, right? That was real, but yes, highly simulated. Same with some other things, but you've got to play those very carefully, or they can come across as like, oh, nothing matters, it's just a game, they can reset the game whenever they want. Like, that's a conversation that always comes up in Fortnite, what does my head in. It's like, I'll just travel back in time like I did, or reboot this. Oh, they talk about rebooting the game. Let's start again, let's start a new story. I'm like, guys, we haven't even finished this one. Please finish this one first before we start talking about reboots. Why is that? Oh. But I feel like I've kind of gone off the point. But it seems like, I think this all boils down to the in-between. And the in-between exists right in the world of Fortnite, but it acts very much like a computer system. There seems to be millions of data analysis going through that thing at the same time, and it can be manipulated, right? Which I think the red cube was doing, and that's what Geno told it to do. And that's probably why the Dark Voyager went to OG to check on what was happening. But they were too early, and they didn't have access to the vault at the time. And I think that's what Geno wanted to do, to check, see what was going on, to be able to do this. So that's why I still think OG is important. Because OG, wherever OG is was the access to get him to this point, and now he's using the stabilizer to finish off the job in order to do whatever he needs to do now to bring about his perfect order. I don't know. They're very much throwing a new element here, and it's very hard to sort of theorize about at this point. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows at this point? They were rebooting Donald Mustard. Donald Mustard is not returned to Fortnite. He's got a well better job, objectively, right? He's working day in, day out, you know, building up Doomsday and whatever the next one, Secret Wars, Secret Invasion. Why does he care about Fortnite at this current point? Oh no, Fortnite is his baby, right? I get that. But enough yapping about that. What the hell? Okay, so spoilers, because we do see some stuff. What happens, I guess, after the stabilizer either works or doesn't work. Okay, what's happening here? No, I'm an idiot, apparently. I didn't have it on the right button. So we can sort of see some effects of the... So that's an obvious glitch, which I think will have something to do with the stabilizer, right? But as you can see there to this... Fortnite, what are we doing? Don't... Fortnite, calm. If you look over to the right here, we see something going on here. I don't know... Actually, is that a bit of a... Oh my god, that's a sprite thing, isn't it? Anyway, less about that. That could be anything. But here we go. Stabilizer, reality sort of tendrils extending over here. As well as then something similar to what we see on the other side. There seems to be like this cloud above. And that seems to be one of the things that come out the stabilizer. Let me get the image for it, chat. Let me get the image for it. I've got it here somewhere.
At All Games for Real donated €5 through Super Chat. This button.
Well, I thought I did anyway.
At Lit-C donated $2 through Super Chat. AAHAHHWJQKEOFW.
I don't know why it does that. I haven't been able to fix that, chat. Sorry. Why is it? I think it's because when I change scenes, it ends up replaying the same thing again. So anyway, what I think we're seeing there is this. So it comes out. So this will happen during the event, I suppose. But also, for whatever reason, remain. But maybe it remains because they're forcefully putting these realities into Fortnite now. And they've got to somehow remain there. Like the Rift Beacon zones still had some force field around it. So it was being pulled in, I suppose. Similar to... actually, have we had anything similar to that? I don't know if we have. But I guess that's probably how the realities... Because I've been saying, there's these reality tendrils flying about this season. None of them are grounding to open a portal like what happened in Chapter 2, Season 6. So I'm like, they've got to be relevant at some point. It seems like now they're being concentrated. Maybe that's what the stabilizer's doing. It's stabilizing 0 point, but allowing to use the tendrils to open these realities up and hack the loop to initiate these realities to be informed into the game. I don't know. Oh, by the way, HyperX recently posted about FNAF X Fortnite potential teaser because Fortnite leak teaser Discord bot. Yeah, I did literally say that just before we got into this video. Yes, I did see that. I did read that. I take that with a pinch of salt, though, because they do say stuff like this, and it just turns out it was actually meaning something else. But if it's going to happen, FNAF looks likely this season, right? Like, if it's going to be one season, it's got to be this season, right? Like, come on. Oh. It's got to be this season. So these are the teasers. I've actually just managed to get them. Oh, wait. What the hell just happened there? Okay, no, it's just reset it. Never mind. Forget what I said. Give me a second, chat. There we go. So what we have is this. All season 4 teasers so far. Gotta Go Fast is the Sonic collab. Take Your Heart is the Persona collab. Surviving the Night could be this FNAF collab. And there's also Perfect Order, which obviously I would imagine refers to Jeddo, right? So there's that. Is he looking at me? Survive the Night. Yeah, but it could end up being like, I don't know, some other game that you have to survive the night. But yeah, it could be. But from what I'm seeing, chat, this whole conversation that's, for the last few weeks saying, oh, the storyline's going to be dead because collabs are coming in. I never understand that argument. Chapter 2, Season 6, for whatever, people don't like it, but at least it's still incorporated the story, right? Jonesy was collecting hunters to try and stop people from escaping the loop, which then obviously started because of Galactus putting his hands on the 0 point and trying to gain the power. So that's 2 collabs, and that's correlated into a story narrative. Then, you have, which actually Tony Stark also hacked the loop and multiplied some bosses. So if you want anyone to hack the loop, Tony Stark's your guy as well. And then we had the other Marvel collab. Yes, but some people might say it was a weaker season with whole Doom and him also hacking something. He hacked the ship, didn't he, in the oil line, and that blew up, right? And then obviously he got rifted out, which apparently is rubbish unless the Fantastic Four do it. To be fair, Fortnite's done that twice because they also did the same with Galactus, which then Marvel also did the same with Galactus, and apparently Fortnite's stealing everything, even though. Anyway, then they had Star Wars, which, yes, again, say what you want about Star Wars, that still had a narrative. I know at some points they just seemed to completely shut off from the story, but it was only a month. It was only a month long. But we still had a good event afterwards, which then correlated to something hitting the spirit realm, which then releases energy, which then gave people superhero powers. So there's still, like, the collabs we've had has always somehow manifested into a narrative story. Whether it's good or bad, it still had some storyline effect to it. I don't understand this correlation. Like, oh, okay, that's it. Story's dead. What? The superheroes helped us in the 0 hour, sorry. They were there, along with Daigo and stuff like that. And obviously, all the collabs in that chapter, in chapter 6, all the Titans, that was a big story element. That was teased through OG. And the messages what come out of OG, which may have had something to do with the Red Cube and the in-between and whatever Jenna was doing there or trying to achieve to do now. I'm not really too sure. Now we have to presume that he had his own IO inserted back in his OG reality, regardless whether it's past, present, alternate reality. Geno's obviously talking to them guys, right? So then we had, obviously, Godzilla join us, Hatsune Miku, and stuff like that. Okay, that's a bit relevant. But we still had the Star Wars ship in that season, which then correlated. I don't understand this narrative where they're like, oh, collabs are back and forth. Like, that means there's no story. I'm like, are you watching the same game as I'm watching? That's my hot take, anyway. So I would say confirmed up to the point that it may have had something to do with Geno, as we've already discussed in this video, right? No, wrong screen. But what I would also say, like, there was still a chance that someone else is doing something if Geno is hacking. If Geno is manipulating it by having to hack it, doesn't that correlate he's hacking someone as well? Because the IO logo is a call sign, right? That is, we've watched enough films to see if, you know, you're working on a computer and you know, a logo comes up, you know that person is hacking you. So does that still not say that the IO is hacking or Geno is hacking someone, which is the loop, which the last reality still might have this, as I said earlier in the video now, we've sort of gone around the houses at this point, but, you know, they're the higher authority, right? I think the next season is going to be goofy chaos that no one can ever predict. Probably, Tron. So Geno might just be hacking the last reality. Maybe. No, he just took the loot back. I mean, again, like, you might be right with them, but then who is he taking the loot back from? Also, and that's why I think he's using the stabilizer, right? You got to remember that the loop before had to have devices and stuff to manipulate the loop, right? You had a storm room, and then you had a loop control room, which had panels of, I don't know, kinetic ore maybe, or cubes, or whatever, or 0-point shards broken off the 0 point. Like, they had to use devices to manipulate said 0 point. It wasn't just left in the open, was it? It was in either the in-between or it was in the basement of the IO base, which may have also been, I don't know. But it had to be a machine to do that manipulation on the loop to access the 0 point, right? Unless, which we have also said, maybe the loop is in turn separate entity, which may actually have more connection to the in-between. I don't know. I feel like we're in one of these positions where we're going to create a lot more questions and answers, which Fortnite loves to do. Fortnite loves to do. Fortnite loves to do. Aren't the symbols different? Yeah, that was cube writing. That could be the cubes. I think the cubes act as nodes, like in the computer system. So when the red cube is in the in-between, it starts almost look like it's corrupting other realities, and then we have the whole shutdown of some modes at the turn of the chapter. I would argue that maybe that's what they were doing, and Geno was actually using them, right? And that's just like a 90s version of the IO logo in like a computer game. I don't think that means they're different. They look the same to me. You got the turn one here, swole here, and you got they look the same to me. That's what you're trying to argue. I still think it's odd to see the IO returning. I still think the IO is a bit of a spent force. Like, they failed so badly. So to me, the last thing you would want to do, right, is to bring back a faction that failed so miserably, you would want to change it. Maybe use the inner circle, or I mean, the Oathbound is a whole different thing. I don't know. Restored Order might be one to go. Jay, you've hit 25k. I know. We hit 25k about a week ago. Well, congratulations, thank you. I did a short on it. Did you not see my short? It's just shorting stuff. Right, one last look at the code, see if we can see anything else. I can't mention everything. One thing that I can see here, chat, and that is a lie, right, is this bit here. Input latency 0.004. Yeah, that's a lie. That's a lie. Don't know why they're not save file corruption. Ignored. So yeah, Gotta Go Fast is Sonic. So we should be seeing one from Persona, right? As we just looked at, right? So that should be the next one that will drop. Yeah, so Persona should be the next teaser to drop. Then Survive the Night, which could be FNAF. And then I think Fortnite will drop the main sort of Geno trailer, right? Rules overridden, override. So that's obviously the main sort of mechanic of the season. That obviously we'd be hacking. The rules are broken. Things are changing. The Sonic world is here. Sonic Protocol has been enabled. Craziness is about to happen, right? So, Chapter 7, Season 4 starts 20th of August. If you do buy anything in the Fortnite item shop, please consider using creator code mrjayowhy, mrjayowhy in the Fortnite item shop, #ad partner. And I am ending the video, not ending the stream. But guys, thanks for watching this one. Comment down below what you make of this craziness we've just gone through here. And until next time, it has been your boy, mrjayowhy. Until next time, bye-bye. Right. Super duper chat. Right, I feel like I rambled on a bit there. But anyway, it is what it is. Maybe the perfect order is Imagine Order's new... Yeah, I feel that's a bit too much on the nose, right? To call yourself the perfect order. One thing calling yourself the imagined order, but whole other thing entirely calling yourself the perfect order. I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about that one. Anyway, guys, thanks for the 43 likes on the stream. We are, to be fair, you are right. We are dealing with very egotistical people, so I'm not surprised they didn't call the faction Geno's perfect face. Would be cool if Geno revealed his surname. My name is Geno. FNAF. That would be crazy, chat. Geno the Hedgehog? Yeah, Sonic and Geno are actually brothers. What if it's a Pokemon teaser? They're related to the centers in games, and Geno being teased as a past skin alongside only gaming characters makes no sense. I think we get Geno and Jones, maybe Singularity. Watch it not be either. Minecraft or FNAF? What should be something completely different? Phantasm or whatever the other supernatural game is. So you have to survive the night there, don't you? What should be neither? What should be none of them, chat? I'm surprised people actually like a plot line would end now and not the end of the chapter. Yeah, I've never gotten that. I always try to explain that when... Oh, what was the other thing that people would go on about, like... You know what, I can't remember. But it's like, we're on Geno now and everyone's talking about the nothing in the last reality. Let's just do Geno and deal with the last reality in maybe a year's time. Plus, didn't the Scott guy say no for FNAF Fortnite? But has he not been pushed out like a main position? I thought they sort of you know, he's got corporate now, that's what I'm saying. Mr. Jayowhy? Nah, it's nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Anyway, chat, it's also Mastery Monday. So I better attempt to master some of my sprites. Because at the moment, I think I'm on 41, 42. $47. Right, which one of these beautiful little cute creatures haven't I mastered? Okay, there's quite a few of them. What one shall be my first attempt at trying to I haven't mastered this one. So this is going to go awfully wrong. I don't know if I want this to be my first game. What if it was you, Jay, that hacked the loop? What if it was me? Will you bring a rare sprite into the event? Yeah, that's not about it. Forget about what skin you're picking for the event. You got to know what sprite you're bringing to the event. That's actually a good question. Chat, what sprite are you going to be bringing to the event? Minecraft would be something like Build the World. The only game that survives night is related to FNAF. I mean, true, but as you said, that's literally the first line in their Twitter page. Cube Grim. It's been you all along. Yes, it has. It has been me, Geno, the Y. So it's their first. Yes, the FNAF survived the night. Yeah, Minecraft Twitter bio survived the. What can we say? You know, and I bet there's loads of horror games that you survived the night. Technically, FNAF is survive 5 nights. Yeah, but then you get 2 extra days usually, don't you? So they don't even know. Chat, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to hit the like button. How quick do you think I'm going to die with this 0-point sprite as I try and desperately master it in this game? I don't think it's going to go too well for me. Geno. It's always been Geno. Yeah, the Nothinger. As I said, we could probably find the Nothing on the map now as just a corpse laying in ruin, because that's happened. I'm joking, chat. One day. Yeah, Survive the Night is up for grabs by a few other IPs. What if Geno is using the Gaming Legends to distract the 7? Maybe, but at this point I feel like Geno needs to up the dial, so he should be taking control, not distracting the 7 anymore. He should just be locking in, right? I did not know what that sprite was for 2 seconds. Da 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 da. I did not know what that was. Gimme, gimme, gimme a Sprite. Joe looks like the Aegis. I mean, that is his snapshot. So at some point, Jenna went into the loop, got looped, got out of the loop, and then got snapshotted. Or he ended up creating it in a lab, maybe, while trying to work out what the hell snapshots were. Oh, I've got a thingy. I use it once I get to it because it's pointless now. I'm like quarter of the way through 3. Geno. Oh, so this is what I've been doing to these people. Oh, well. What? I got a free cube Dream Sprite from a cluster quest today. Nice. W's. Because he entered the loop. Well, no, he must have been one of the first to enter the loop, right? To be able to leave a snapshot to rule an empire. He must have left it there ages ago, right? He must have been one of the first. I've ordered Grims and 0 points. Nice, Bentley. W's. IP protocol Doom. Bro, Doom is not happening. But Dr. Doom might be. No, I did agree with you in the community video. I feel like it's been a while since a Nat Doom collab, right? Beast, hi, how's it going? Doomsday doesn't even come until December. I know, but that is more likely than a Doom collab. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, we haven't had a Doom collab since Chapter 4, so it probably is about time, right? Jay, why do you think, out of all realities, that Paradigm could have pulled into Chapter 4 and there was the Oathbound? Because they wanted the Rift Warden Stellan to build a Riftgate. That's the only way. You can see it, right? Think about it. Paradigm gave the Rift Warden Stellan the box of rocks, which was refined kinetic ore, which was the mission link, because at that point Stellan only had kinetic ore and not refined kinetic ore, which then gave him, went, oh, okay, this is the key to the Rift, whatever he said. I can't remember exactly what he said. But, yeah, so without the Paradigm, Geno would be, well, the Aegis, Rift Warden Stellan at that point would have been screwed, right? Oh my god, stop shooting me! I didn't know he was really nervous because he's... Oh, yes. I don't know if he was really nervous because he saw my sprite or it was a bot. I could not decide. I was like, I don't know. Right, how many things have I got? 4. Oh, I might as well. Way, we mastered a 0 point sprite. Let's go. Because obviously I haven't bought a... That's a free one in my eyes. I haven't bought a... what do you call it? What? A portable extractor. So we need Avatar Part 2. Have we not had an Avatar Part 2? Jay, what's your opinion on the theory? Now, I've heard that says Geno and the Nothing are the same person. I've always come back to that theory because at this point it seems the most likely, right? Oh, not the most likely. It's definitely up there with either he's doing it because of something the Nothing needs, or sorry, Geno needs from the Nothing. Because at this point, I have no idea. Why am I back here? I don't need to be here now. Oh, I need to buy a portable extractor. Ooh, key. I want to give you sprites, Bentley. I'm good at the moment. I'm good. You took an oath. We're bound to our order. I don't think that's what she said. What was... You took an oath? Oh, wait, maybe... she cut off after that. Maybe it wasn't that. I have no idea. Yeah, all Sloane said was, you took an oath, and then she was about to say something else, but then she immediately got cut off because, you know, drones got hit out of the air. Where's the garage? That's the toilet, Jay. Oh well. So you think Sonic is going to be a psychic? It's going to be a skin, right? You can definitely make that work as a skin. 150 million %. Get me out of this storm. Do snapshots know there are snapshots? I'm going to say I do believe at least some of them thinks they're a snapshot, right? But there was some weird dialogue with the Aegis Champion. Well, not with the Aegis Champion, but in reference to the Aegis Champion, the Rift Warden Stellan. The Rift Warden Stellan goes, when talking about the Shapeless Man, we can't... He said something along the lines of, I can't let the Aegis find out. Which is a bit of a weird one, since most people think Geno is the Aegis at the moment, which would be a bit weird, since the Rift Warden Stellan was making sure that the Aegis Champion did not find out that the Shapeless Man was... or something like he wouldn't believe who he is, which made me at the time think that's obviously definitely... thinks it's a Nothing, because then the Aegis being Geno's snapshot wouldn't like that. It felt a bit hard to believe that Aegis would be annoyed or angered if it was Geno. Unless that's just a forgotten point at this point. That was, yeah, you took an oath, you're betraying everything we worked for, and then he gets knocked off the battle bus. Boom, boom. That's it. When is there a Basil Brush collab? Only partially in the UK. Ask whether the eclipse will be visible. No, I'm hearing 94% chance of visibility in the UK. Or is it Wednesday? Chat, we're having the Fortnite Live event in real life. Can you believe that? So what Geno's doing, he's putting the moon in front of the sun. which will then energize the moon in order to beam the 0 point. And that is somewhere on Earth at the moment. That's Kato 4. You're right, actually. Lucian. Well, no, it was shimmer dust, wasn't it? The 0 point is in the moon. Yeah, that actually tracks, really, because you know a lot of people think the moon's either an actual living thing, don't they? There's some people that think that, or that's got something inside it or something. Or there's a 7 base on there and there's a mech inside it. Or on top of it, I suppose. What is one thing you're hoping doesn't happen in the event? I don't know what I would... I don't know. What would I not want to happen in the event? I don't know, something random to happen. Maybe just, like the other 7 to return randomly. I think that'd be a bit too much. I would love them to come back, but I think that'd be a little bit forced, no? Okay, where are you going? Okay. He deserved that guy. Annoying me with them infinite mythic boots. Never mind, I just remembered I'm a storyline content creator, not a pro. Oh. Skin zone. Imagine if Joe dies by getting attacked by sprites. That would be very anticlimactic. Voyager, is there no need to explain? Wait, what? Would you rather be part of the IO or the last reality? And what, the more I look at Jenna, the more I think that we may... It might be stupid, chat, right? But I'm starting to think we may have the last reality wrong. But either last reality is so bad that Geno has to be equally bad in order to not let things go completely sideways, which makes sense, right? That does actually make sense. But at the same time, I'm like, I mean, they've already done like 2 crazy things, right? And like, Geno and the 7 has done things that, you could argue, what do you call it? Not morality. Some of the decisions arguably are sometimes as bad as the last realities. Who are the actual villains of Fortnite? I have no idea. Like, you know, 3 in the 0 point was retrospectively a really bad idea. Oh, why has it gone back over there? Exactly, Ultra. Easy. Easy. Oh. Talking about old retro games, this guy's coming down in 2-bit. I'm sorry, what? For 2 seconds, he just became the greatest aimer in the world. Maybe he's hacking. Oh. Wait, was that Sprite shooting me? There's no way. Okay, how many times you got to hit someone to win a game nowadays? Oh well, GG's. First game on, I suppose. Not too bad. Chat, thanks for the 54 likes. Alright, I'm just going to go for a quick break, actually. And then when we come back, we might do some customs. We want to hear from you. How do you find out about the new Star Wars game modes in Fortnite? That's new. Guys, if you do buy anything in the Fortnite item shop, consider using credit code mrjayowhy. Also, there is a new battle pass in like 10 days time. So, you know, consider, for the new battle pass coming, consider using credit code mrjayowhy. Type 1 in the chat if you are currently using credit code mrjayowhy so I can thank you personally. When I come back, obviously. So, I'll be back in soon, chat. Soon. I just realised, chat. Customs were playing up the other day, weren't they? So we bang up to. So we get some box fight PvP, I suppose, and lose our minds because it's too sweaty after about 10 minutes to play it. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. That sounds like a good idea. All right, I'm gonna make party joinable, but then I'm gonna close it and then I'm gonna reopen it once I get in. So, yeah. I'll open it up again in a minute. At least we've got a few players to start the game. Oh my god, it's Geno. Geno's in the party. Oh, I forgot to accept, actually. I might accept a few people. Chat, if you are enjoying the content, make sure to hit the like button. We get 100 likes this stream. That's pretty doable. Right, invites. Have I got too many friends? Odds. Howdy, chat. I have too many friends. Too many friends. Oh my god, you got the Oh wait, that's it. It's another remote. Okay, it's joinable again, so you should be able to join. If I don't have you added, please add, and then I sort it out. Oh my god. How cracked is mrjayowhy? Not very, apparently. Sorry! Let's go! Come on, chat. There's a stacked stream schedule this week. Kind of stacked. Obviously, I'll be streaming as well for the event, which I may have forgotten about as I was doing that, actually. Which I think I'm just about going live for anyway. Might be the best of the game. My theory is Eggman and Geno will be working together to bring realities to Fallen Island during the season, override code for everything, and be up to 7 allies to stop Geno. How the hell did you randomly get my box on? Fair enough, Sam. Well, overriding sounds like overriding. That's how override means. chat. We currently find ourselves on 59 likes, so thank you very much for all the likes on the stream. Charlie, how's it going? What's the collab that you would actually want to happen? I honestly think at this point... Was that his chat box over his player? What the hell was that? I don't play him creative enough to know that's a thing. I think most collabs that I would want has happened now. I think the only one I was asking for a while was Master of the Universe collab. Which happened, so... Oh no, I want She-Ra from the animated series from a few. Cause that was a great series. I enjoyed that. GG's, let's go. That was a close game. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I might be actually cracked at this game. No, I'm not. I'm very sure. What the fuck? My bad shit. Okay, how many people have joined? 4 so far. So if anyone wants to join, you're welcome to. Also, you have to add me first. Exclamation mark epic in chat. Oh, I thought I boxed up a little bit better than that. The only reason Eggman is helping Geno is helping his daughter. And that actually works pretty well, because that's what I think he's doing it right. That's how I can see how the nothing works into it, right? Because Geno's doing it to, you know, save his... somehow get the imagined back, right? There's a way, but only the nothing can do it, sort of thing. What the hell? What the hell? Why so aggressive? They're coming at me from both angles. How did we Sonic before Mario and before GTA 6 as well? Not really. That's actually more likely out of the 3 of them. And that was always the more likely. Ow. That was not very nice. Oh. No. Woohoo! Hello. Want to eliminate you? Thank you. Uh oh. Let's go. How can you say now about playing GTA 6? Again, how can you say things before you played the game? I remember when GTA 5 was being talked about, right? Because, you know, I'm that old. And people were like, what do you mean free? What? How are we playing with free people? What is this nonsense? I'm actually insane. I might be using the Voyager. To distract the 7. Oh, he definitely was at one point, right? And he definitely is now. I mean, he literally said it, to be fair. Like, he's so easy to beat. I actually think they're doing it deliberately, obviously. He literally said it, to be fair. Well, that was an oops daisy. That was an oopsie daisy. Chat, thanks for all the likes and subscribers to stream. We currently find ourselves on 25,060 subs, so thank you very much. Actually, I just realised we've got another bit of content to film. So we're going to do a bit of this for a while, and we've got to go and film another bit of content, because I just remembered saying. Actually, by the time I get the video up, it would have been completed, and it'd be like a whole thing. It'd be every stage at this point. Oh, can you do it? Can you pull it off? No, he cannot. What the hell? How did you hit me? Why did my shotgun just didn't come out? Oh well. Thank you for accepting my friend request. I hope to have some fun. I've been watching your vids on the channel for a while. Thank you very much, JC. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll be doing a box light for a little while, and then I've got to record some other bits of content, so. Where is he? Ow, how do you manage it? Oh, I started around Chapter 5, Season 1, I think. I always say 6 or 5, I'm not too sure. Chapter 1, Season 5 is that, it's Chapter 1, Season 6, yeah. Welcome back. Stop shooting me. What the hell? Fixer, how's it going? Well, how the thing they released with like all the on their Discord, they had it in order of Sonic, Persona, something we don't know, and then Geno. So I want to say Persona, but I could be wrong. How? What? That's just completely gone through my bills like butter, mate. How's the community video doing? 6 out of 10. Oh my god, it's a fog. Fog? No, that's a frog, Joe. comic version, Geno would be sick. Would be elite, if you get my drift. Well, technically Oathbound, because the elite version of Alex and Owen is called the Oathbounds, and yeah, got the same color scheme. Struggling to reset that editor, wasn't it? I definitely wasn't working on my Sony SC. Fair enough. Nope. Oh my god, I'm trash. Oops. GG's. That's a 1v1 situation here against Aegis and a fight for the Aegis. One for the Aegis. I keep saying Aegis. One for the Aegis. How do you say that? Wait. Oh, because I said Aegis too many times. The fight for the... What, how do you... Fights? For the Aegis. Yeah. Most notably refers to the achievement and a trophy in Devil May Cry 5. That's, I don't think that's what I was getting at, but never mind. Am I lagging out? I honestly don't care which Doom they go with as long as I get another Doomslayer. Who would win? Geno or not Doom? Geno. Damn it. Should you put your setup? Well, no. What if it depends on if you set up as a console or massive PC? Geno's immortal? I mean, probably up to a point. Dr. Sloan. The teaser confirmed the last reality is one behind the simulation. No. Well. Confirms Geno's the one playing the system, but who controls it? I don't know what thing, or who was controlling it. Because who's Geno's hacking would be the other point, right? I've been in an endgame for a while, right? Sorry, heal off, but we still haven't had one. I survived that. I somehow did. Where's the other player? Why is it taking so long to shoot? GG's! I thought that was mine for taking. Are you excited for the new season? I am. I'm very excited. I'm loving the look of it so far. That's not why I use this. Ouch. These are some stressy games. Why are we talking about Jenna and Jones being wives? Why am I missing chat? I took my eyes off chat for 2 minutes. It's descended into chaos. I have no idea what happened there, I'm being fair. Guys, it's been a fun stream. I'm joking. What's happening? It's got to that point at the box fights where it's just a mess, right? We're at a front run. I think back out so you can play. What are we chatting about? Just ready up, no? Can't join back. I might reset off this game. GG's. Alright, don't know what's happened there. I'm just gonna... Oh, wait, no. Why is that top on the lead party? Alright, join some of you. I'm going to close the party so we can ready up, like, you know. Trying to ready up to 10 people is impossible. Come on, a few of you, come on. Join party. Okay, a few more people than I would have liked right in there. Come on, let's ready up quickly, make it quick. Make it quick, chat. Ready up. Nexus, how's it going? Is that Jeno?
What's up, Doc?
What? What? I don't understand what's happening. Someone just start the game. Thank you. Oh, how did I miss that first shot? How did I miss the first shot? Oh, you're watching my community video. Nice. Hope you're enjoying it. Taken by 15 minutes. I should have gone back down to lower ground, but I'm an idiot. Jenna is eating carrots. Right, 5 a day keeps the doctor. Wait. No, he wants Dr. Sloan though, so that doesn't really matter. Getting a bit hectic now, isn't it? Oh my god, anywhere I wanted to go there, it was always an end in tears, apparently. Come on, chat, let's do this! And Dr. Sloan takes the win. Oh, it rapid snipes. I'm gonna do Battle Royale. I actually got to film some content after this because I forgot to do something, so I'll play this for a while and then. How did I miss all them shots? Why? Because content. That's what. Just want to say, chat, thank you for everyone watching the stream currently and joining in with these creative games. I wish it was customs, but customs are bugging out right now. Like, it just randomly start after like 2 minutes, regardless of who you can put in there. I just can't be bothered with that. Also, chat, thanks for 71 likes. That's insane. gaming legendary skins? Fair enough. Who's gonna win this one? Who's gonna win this one? Oh, we might have an opening here, but he's managed to defend himself quite well there. Oh, there he is! Oh, damn, well defended. Oh, he got hit in there. No! No! Retreat! Retreat! What? How did he manage that? GG's, how did he just go through the floor there? Wait, what? What just happened there? Well, I got to this point in the game. No worries. I need to record something anyway. Oh my god. Thanks for joining me for some quick box fights, I suppose. Dino charge for me. Obviously, Mighty Morphin was my Power Rangers, right? I have watched the recent series. Not bad, I suppose. It took up a week of my time anyway. Okay, so it turns out I still haven't been able to edit the rest of this. No, hold on. So I'm not even recording. Now, since I released the... I'll get this right in a minute, chat. Since I released the first update on the mech build, I haven't been able to get any of the other videos I recorded out, so it's probably actually going to be like a sort of build progress from, I think, stage 2 to now this stage where we have a arm and a torso. Yes, don't forget, chat, I know there's a lot of things obviously going on in BR, but there is things happening in OG, and we now have the torso and a bit of the arm, I think, by the looks of this. Or a bit of an arm. Maybe the torso was in yesterday. I don't know. Maybe, I'm going to have to check my last update video I did. I'm going to have to edit all them together at this point. Actually, we got a partial arm. We currently find ourselves under the armpit at the moment. Yeah, partial arm, the torso. Anything else? I believe there's a jetpack, right? That needs to still go on. At some point, the head will be installed and fixed together as well. And the paint job. I wonder if the paint job will remain the same. We're getting any, like, views of the monster swimming around at this point as well. I don't know when we get another one. I'm sure we get another one of them. I know we had one, right? But I thought we'd get another one, right? But maybe we don't. It's looking good so far, so it's about, I guess, 60% completed. And then we go to the final showdown, which ain't be interesting to see when they grab out that 0 point vault. Oh, sorry, not a 0 point vault. I'm putting words in my mouth. It'd be interesting to see what they grab out of that vault, if it will be a 0 point, the 0 point, a fake 0 point. We don't entirely know at this point. But this is where we currently are on the lead up to the final showdown, which, remember, OG is still taking place. I know I keep seeing conversations, they've sort of forgotten about the mode, but stuff is still happening in OG currently. So yeah. There'll be a new Mecha Team Leader skin for free for attending the event. Is that a theory? I'm presuming that's free. I haven't heard anything. I mean, Singularity has still not been given out to us, so maybe we get a Singularity skin. Who's building the mech? Probably whoever Geno gets to build. That is a good question. Who is building the mech? Now, with what we've seen with the Sonic teasers, I did say, obviously, the red cube, it going to the in-between, the IO bunkers flashing the same sort of color red, Titans. It's all Geno, so Geno must have his own team back at the OG map, right? So maybe they're building it without Singularity this time, because we're not sure if the OG is past, present. We find out soon anyway. SPD emergency. Both Megaforce Operations Overdrive are mid because they kind of did sloppy character development and were rushed too much. We were talking about Power Rangers. I mean, they could be so much better for majority of their seasons, but sometimes they do just go off the boils so much. Even in the earlier seasons, right? Do you want some free sprites? Not at the moment, not at the moment. Yeah, I found a moth and he's my pet now. I give him water. I feel like moths can... Don't give him too much water. Like, it's only like a tiny... Anyway, chat. Thanks for all the support on the stream. I would appreciate... Oh yeah, I mastered it, didn't I? I wish these... Sorry, chat, I feel short potential coming up. So I've just mastered the Galaxy 0 Point Sprite. I do agree with the sensors at the moment that these things in the pod should maybe be a tad bigger. I feel like they are too small. If it was just maybe up to here... On. There you go, you can see my mouse now. There would be great, you know. But no, that's fine. I was about to make a reference like that is a very small containment area for such a, you know, for a life form. Like, let it breathe or something, please. Why even are they small? Did we feed them mini mushrooms or something? I think maybe when they were designing like this, they thought, oh, this is a great size. But in game, they just appear too small if you're looking at them from another player's perspective. I mean, I've never actually worn this in game, so maybe it's fine when it's actually on your, like, on. Let's see. It's Jason David as Tony Oliver and Rick Mayer shoulder from. Okay, rest in peace. F2. Where's Midas coming back? I mean, Midas must have been doing something with Jenna, right? I feel like that's what he was doing, right? Oh, I wasn't even in lobby long enough, so I was doing customs. I was meant to just see the back. Okay. I love the new Sloan helmets edition, but I wish it was I wish it was available to have on the styles. I don't get why I've done it like that. Let's see. Yeah, like it is pretty small, right? Maybe they thought, oh, it looks cute like that, but I wish it was just a tad bigger. Anyway. Oh, I was meant to throw it. I forgot I don't actually have a... Never mind. Anyway. Okay, there's two types of... We've done 2 bits of content there. Anyway, guys, yeah, I was actually plugging my code. I think I forgot. But anyway, guys, if you do buy anything in Fallen Item Shop, consider using credit code mrjayowhy, mrjayowhy. 5 simple characters. And appreciate anyone inputting their code to buy the new Chapter 7 Season 4 Battle Pass. Maybe might have some, Sonic. And some, Persona. And maybe even something Geno related, maybe. Type 1 in the chat if you can't use it, so I can thank you personally. I did this earlier, but I left and forgot. Marvel recap. That will be a video at some point, actually. We talked in length about the teaser. Is that they should bring him back as the main character? Fortnite screwed up Midas so much they could have him in Chapter 2 Season 2, but they have some big grand return in the future, but they just keep bringing him back and doing nothing. Look at the clouds. Oh, you're talking about the purple. Yeah, we discussed that as well. There's like on both sides, when you slow it down, you can see like an amalgamation of like purple clouds on one side, and the other side you can see like the stabilizer, I think, in action and pulling in like reality tendrils. Oh, is it any Tetris clouds? I mean, that might be what it is. Yeah, fair if that's the case. If you had to predict a gimmick for next season, I think we will have moments in the game where we can hack it, where we can hack it back, and that will allow us to have powers, right? Which probably goes along with the whole Geno hacking it. And making hacks available maybe as well, because in that teaser there is talk of hacks, or him, sorry, hacking or making hacks, enabling hacks essentially. So, you know, we're all gonna get banned next season for hacking in Fortnite. Crazy. What's one clown? All right, Homer Simpson. Fair enough. How many times has the 0 point been messed with? I've lost count. That'd be cool. We'll get banned next season. Crazy. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Of course, yeah. Do you think we would ever get? Do you think you would ever get an icon skin? No. I think your videos are really good. Same with Thunder and Dr. Pineapple. Probably not. If anyone's gonna probably get an Icon series skin out the lore community, probably Rez or maybe top 5. Oh, I wanted a conversation about actually, because there is some talk about the Res. I did that. That's what I meant when I said Res. That's what I meant. Restro. I think that's the only one I can really think of, probably. And he's got a good sort of brand, right, with his image. So in terms of like, he's already got a skin, really, in terms of what his profile picture is. That could easily be a skin. I mean, I feel like Restro, in terms of him saying he's too big for his boots, if that's what you were saying. I mean, to be fair, like, I was kind of joking when I said, oh, you know, and I wasn't referring to Restro, we're referring to people in the chat, mostly in this community, you know, the argument about Jenna and the nothing. But from the wider storyline community and people who are not really in the story, they kind of may have basically what I'm saying is he deserves his roses, he deserves his flowers. So yeah. I think Jones is going to wake up at some point, yeah. Alright, I'm just going to go for a quick break. I'll be back in a second, chat. The boys, that never happened. I thought there was some talk of it last season, right? It never happened. Yeah, I feel like Jones waking up for a trailer for next season makes a bit more sense in the event. Like, what happened when I was asleep? That's Sonic. Oh, I remember him. During my IO days, I went to try and recruit him for the IO, and he said no. I wonder what he's doing here. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. I've just thought if I walk off and then without saying anything. Right. I have returned. Can we do squads? Probably not. We need a bit of creative there. I return. I'm like Geno. Return out of nowhere. Holy. A world of perfect order awaits. That's probably the teaser. That's probably the dialogue for next season's teaser trailer. So something I quickly want to talk about is... I need to run this... Wait, what? What do you think Sonic emotes to me? Maybe his shoes on fire or something? I don't know. I'm not surprised people are spamming invites. It's probably Leon, to be fair. So one of the most controversial things in the Fortnite community at the moment is the use of AI in thumbnails or in just videos in general, I suppose. And it came to my attention after Loot Station... Well, Loot Station tweeted this. An hour and 17 minutes of pure rubbish. Basically, I think he's having a bit of a laugh with Cyan. But for whatever reason, it made people call into question the... Not virality, that's the wrong word. it made people call into question, where did the thumbnail come from? And I've lost the actual tweet that calls out the thumbnail. Of course, it's not. It's just not AI. Good point. We live in a world of AI panic. Where is this tweet? You know, essentially someone would just say, and an AI thumbnail too, at least the letters are AI. And I think they then try and argue, and they use an AI thing to try and say what is AI, and apparently said the text is AI, which... it's just a generic font. Now, it has a gradient on it by the looks of it. So I don't know why it called that out. And most of these AI things are like, oh, it could be, it looks human, but might be. Honestly, yeah, as someone said in the chat, it's just AI panic at this point. Like, obviously, then Cyan had to prove that I did not go and learn Blender plus Photoshop for it to be called AI. Hell no. And you could just see all the layers he used. In order to produce this really good thumbnail, to be fair. I feel like it's a little bit too good to be a thumbnail. And what I mean by that, it needs like a core element. I feel like he could have just got a render of Geno and then maybe toned it down a bit and it would have worked better, but it's a very good thumbnail. It's art, right? It is a fire thumbnail, to be fair. But I think what I'm saying is I think it's too good for a thumbnail, right? I feel like you get what I mean by that. I feel like thumbnails, once you overdo them, they lose intrigue. They need to be simple. If the video is about Geno's control, I rather a thumbnail would be more. A better idea for the thumbnail would be Geno to maybe have his hands around a cube, like a red cube. That will make much better sense to the people looking at the video, quickly scrolling down YouTube. And that good work of art, right? The swings and roundabouts of YouTube, essentially. But a lot of it's because apparently some of the big creators are using AI. It must be difficult to get real artists to make your thumbnail these days. Cypher. And Roll, I think this is probably a mix, right? Actually, I don't know. This does look a bit AI, but then I'm doing what the other person did, right? It does. It's AI panic, right? You don't know. You just don't know. Now, I'm not going to stand here and be like, and try and claim to be a saint. But I don't use it for scripts. I don't use it for thumbnails. I genuinely actually use it for my workout. That's what I use my AI for. I use it to like plan my workouts and then obviously to track my workouts and to do stuff like that. Sometimes I use a grammar checker, but that's something different. But I guess it's using AI. And every time I try and do research, if I'm researching off a Google page, I'm using AI, aren't I? Because the first thing that jumps out to you on the Google page is Google's AI going, this might be what you mean, and it's probably not what you mean, but I think, yeah, this is, there might be a fine balance to it, right? This might be a bit over the top. And like, yeah, you can't really run from it, right? It's everywhere. It's a bit of a losing battle at this point, really. But at this point, top 5 gaming seems to be. So I feel like some of these are 50-50 as well. I feel like these top ones are. It's probably definitely AI, right? You could argue that this is 50-50. He's produced thumbnails like these before. I don't know. But then again, I'm being exactly how the other one did to Cyan and presuming it, and it's probably been rendered right. But then again, you can have really high quality rendered thumbnails with, you know, say if you needed a coffee cup or something and you went in Photoshop, you can pick out a thing, can't you, and say, please insert a coffee cup, and then it will generate a coffee cup. So, Jay, don't tell everyone to not use AI, because if you don't use AI, people are more likely to click on your videos. To be fair, that's the point, right? Thanks for saying that, because I almost forgot that. That is a good point. It's not generally the fact that you use an AI and you may be taking work away from the thumbnail artist. But unfortunately, people are less likely to click on your videos because AI. They go, oh, and they just leave your video. So you might as well just get someone to actually do a video. Like, this is definitely AI, right? The sprites look as AI as they come, right? But again, it could be rendered, I could be wrong, and I could be shooting myself in the foot here, essentially. But good thing about the sprite challenge, right? They were all made by a human. There was no, even though a lot of them entries were AI, right? But I do think it's getting a bit harder now. Hold on, I did see. Okay, I did hear. So, does anyone know the YouTuber Away Days? Hold on. Is this the fun?
On. AI has been taking over YouTube, and I've had some comments about.
Oh yeah, I think this is it. I think it's a good point from a YouTuber's perspective, or POV. Do I do this? Or do I do?
AI slop, what is going on? AI has been taking over
That's a bad angle. We'll go back to this one. Or actually this one.
YouTube, and I've had some comments about it in regards to Away Days, so I'm going to talk about it. Recently, you might have noticed that some of our thumbnails have very AI-looking styles to them, which obviously stands out because our thumbnail is usually a photo of me and then like some text to the side. So I want to talk about why this is. I've worked with the same graphic designer, Rob, for 7 years now. He is the first person I ever employed with Away Days. I will pay him till the channel stops. Like Rob and me.
Good to know. He's still paying an artist.
We've worked together on thumbnails for every single away day and have done for 7 years. For every single away day, Rob makes 2 or 3 thumbnails which we test against each other. It's why sometimes when a video goes out, people might comment, Ellis, why is the thumbnail changed? No, every single video when it goes live has 3 thumbnails. YouTube then runs this test. Whichever one is clicked the most becomes the one that we realize we should be using because most people click it. We then use.
Yeah, so I get this as well sometimes when people say, oh, do you change your thumbnail? And I went, no, there's 3 thumbnails. And sometimes you will. So sometimes you can have 3 different thumbnails and 3 different titles. Sometimes you can have the same title but different thumbnails. And sometimes you have 2 different thumbnails. Maybe one will be the same but with different titles. So you can mix and match, right?
Use that thumbnail for the video. On this, YouTube has recently added a new feature which allows you to get suggestions for concept thumbnails in your videos, which we've tried on a couple of our videos. And the most disillusioning, saddening thing is these concept thumbnails have won every single time without fail.
Which is crazy. I feel like for maybe football content, which Ray Days does, maybe that will work more. But I feel like in gaming, Fortnite, maybe anything there, you see an AI thumbnail, I feel like your performance of the video will be worse. Like, it probably works in football because actually looking at some of these, the AI thumbnails he did show, or the ones that are being rendered, On.
Here is our VIP ticket video that was on 100,000 views.
Let's play out, see what he says. I think he gives an example
We
here.
used YouTube's concept thumbnail just to see what it did, and it.
So that's the one he paid someone to do. That's the one the AI then did, which YouTube is doing it, which actually, the argument for here, which may be better because it's using the concept from the thumbnails that have already been developed in your channel, which has been designed by you. So at least it's ripping concepts from your channel, which might be the only saving grace in terms of that, right?
How many people can fit inside the
I meant to
AI
press
slot?
play.
So whatever happens, Rob is going to make at least just to see what it did, and it took the video to 500,000 views,
So the AI thumbnail performed better.
which is insane. We've since then branched out and tested this on more videos. The concept thumbnails haven't won on all of them, which is really nice and is a big relief. If one of YouTube's concept thumbnails wins for whatever reason, we take that concept thumbnail and then make a human-made alternative to then use on the video. So whatever happens, Rob is going to make at least 3 thumbnails for one of our videos and get paid for doing it. We're not taking away designers' work.
Which is not a bad thing to do, I suppose. That's another saving grace. Like, okay, so you develop 3 thumbnails, YouTube AI will work at it and then provide you with options. Which, obviously, for scientific purposes, I did... am I going to be... Does it save? I've never used this before. I don't know if it saves. I might have to do it again. Damn it. Oh, should have just taken a screenshot of it. I hope Rob is getting paid well. Me too. So I went on to how do I show this? See, recording videos live chat. So once I edit it, this be seamless, right? So this video here, can I? I need to make it full screen. So this video here, this is a thumbnail I did. It was actually a very simple thumbnail. I just thought, okay, game over. I get one of the. I basically didn't have to do anything. The game over bit is actually my design of the writing. I did all that. And then I just, from a previous thumbnail, which I had game over, so I just rip it from a previous thumbnail and did game over, and then took one of the glitch sprites. Very simple thumbnail. But if you go through to details, and I actually pressed this once ages ago because I was like, oh, what does a get suggestions mean? And I don't know what I thought. I thought it would be like a title. I don't know. Anyway, I thought, what's this one day? But obviously for this video, I've done it again for a purpose of giving an example. And it's horrible. I would not use any of these thumbnails. Any of these thumbnails at all. I would not use. So, based on your title, the loop is glitching. Your video's exploration of retro gaming teasers and your established base your AI nonsense. But these are the 3. This one is horrible. I don't know where. So obviously, it can tell that I always use. So this might be YouTube's AI's version of saving grace. It seems to be only ripping or AI testing against thumbnails you have already produced. Yeah, this is bad, right? The other ones are not bad on my face, but this one's like, it doesn't even look anything like me. But it's obviously checking my other thumbnails and making this. But I guess it still has to use like a tank load of water to do it. But anyway, I've done data centers. You're over exaggerating that. As someone in the industry, there's a secret leaks, which I did a similar thumbnail to this. It's literally stolen my thumbnail. Wait, I've literally done a thumbnail like it. I'm so sure I've done a thumbnail like this. Give me 2 seconds. That looks just. What do you mean looks like me? That does not look anything like me, chat. See, I do kind of. So I did see top 5 gamers videos working on the basis they were done by AI, right? So I did this one, but obviously I designed this one, but I did base it off of the fact that his thumbnails were doing well. So now you got this scenario, right? Which is fine to do, right? It's fine to base thumbnails off of other people's thumbnails and take it as your own. But now it's like, well, if the AI thumbnail, to be fair, what Away Days were saying, right? If the thumbnail is working, it's like, well, there's obviously something behind it, right? Maybe I didn't do the sprite thumbnail. Oh, okay. So I feel like it's taken that one. I don't know, actually. Actually, some of these thumbnails AI? Have I been taken over by AI? See, if you... Wait, you can't see this. If you let AI design your thumbnails, you're not getting that Nick A30 thumbnail. You ain't getting that. You ain't getting that. Maybe I didn't do it. Okay, so maybe it's taking the concept of this sprite thumbnail, which has sprites in the title, and I would also argue it's maybe taking this as well as this. So this is the one it's taken from anyway, right? So then... Oh, wait. So then, the final one, which you may have actually seen this. This actually is that's the closest to me you get. I don't know who that guy is, but he's the closest looking to me that you're getting, right? Which again, conceptually, like showing the order being glitch, you know what? Not bad. But then again, that is this thumbnail here. Right. Oh no, it's done as Sloan. Right. No? Did I not do an order one like this? No, I feel like it's just this one here. Or maybe this one as well. But anyway, yeah, chat, I think we're right. Might be fighting a losing battle. Is there a way to download a thumbnail it generates and edit it? I mean, I guess if you do that, it's basing off your own thumbnails, right? So if I go, oh, you actually, the 0.1 where it shows the 0 point being glitch isn't a bad example. Because it actually isn't, right? Like this one here. To be fair, it's not a bad example, right? 0 point glitch kind of makes sense. If I say I don't really have myself in thumbnails, so I would probably replace that with Geno, right? Again, I feel like I've seen this thumbnail from someone else. I'm so sure of it. But then again, the issue is someone will say about the amount of water that it takes to generate that, which, as someone who built data centers, I'm like, I can get that, but But AI is literally in search engines, right? You search anything on Google, it's using Google's AI instantly. Well, we're kind of cooked, chat. You know, when AI first came out, I thought, oh, this is kind of fun. Look at the stupid images it's making. Like when you had when it first came out, you had the like really like the cartoony Fortnite ones. Like, when it first came out, but now it's like that was a novelty. Now it's a disaster. But anyway, what you were saying is, can you design them and then say? But yeah, because in terms of at least YouTube's one, it's taking the elements from your channel. So you could argue it's not, stealing other people's concepts. Which, to be fair, thumbnails is a bit of a toughie anyway. Are you not stealing concepts? It's like, if a thumbnail is working for someone else, you're like, okay, can I make it my own? So it is a bit difficult, right? But yeah, there is an AI panic. Anyone produces a thumbnail with some decent render, someone's going to argue it's AI. And then when the AI isn't, it's hard, right? I actually was watching a Logwig VOD, and he was saying, now I was going to do a merch competition, he said he was saying, and he's decided not to do it now because then he couldn't guarantee if someone produces a design and it's designed with AI or vice versa. And he's like, will people complain about a actual design that has been made without AI, and then someone goes, oh, it's made with AI, and there's this whole thing. And he said, you know what, I just can't be bothered, and I will probably just design it myself. Which is unfortunate, because I feel like some of his community would have been up for that, but now, how it is. AI panic, it's hard, right? The whole sprite thing, right? Like, you had people literally going, nah, this is a way that people who are not creative can be creative by putting their ideas out. If you wanted to do that, you could have paid someone on Reddit to design your thing, and then put, actually that might have been in terms of service, you couldn't do that. But that's basically what you could have done. Anyway, guys, I think that's probably enough yapping on this point. But comment down below what you make of it. And until next time, has been your boy mrjayowhy. It's next time, bye-bye. Chapter Remix had 2 million players. Hunters, Lawless, Galactic, Super, Shock Awesome had 1.8. I mean, yeah, Fortnite has been overall a downward trend, but some seasons are up. No? Good to hear, Ethan. Good to hear. Wait, Epic Games owned ArtStation? I did not know that. They sold it to who? Yeah, but wouldn't you not argue, FNAF Glitch, would you not argue that Showdown is arguably better than some of the seasons that had 1.8, 1.1 million players? Not always the players, And definitely this season has been up on the players, right? Currently, oh, you can't see the player numbers because the time in game. There's Ethan. Yes, Ethan. Also, I don't know if you've heard, guys. So, chat, who's a YouTuber in here? Is there any other YouTubers apart from me in this chat? Is there anyone else who does content? And especially, isn't there anyone else looking to get monetized? So all that code in the Chapter 7 recap probably belonged to Jenna, huh? If that's so, nothing has had anything to do with the last reality so far. I mean, I don't think the last realities has anything to do with it, but, you know. Obviously, yeah, that didn't help the showdown season, to be fair. I mean, I sometimes upload vids. Well, YouTube has actually, for the first time in a while, changed the requirements to be monetized by quite a big amount as well. So, obviously, it used to be 1,000 subscribers, yeah, and 4,000 hours of watch time. By January 2027, it would now be 1,000 subscribers at 8,000 watch hours, which is a lot if you're starting out. I mean, I don't want to brag, chat, but I've got like 16,000 watch hours just this month, so not bragging, but that is a. I think 20 million short views as well, and for the shorts fund, they've changed it as well. I need to look back at it. I'll probably look at that off stream because it made really no sense. It is what it is. Well, at least I never got my hopes up much anyway. Nah, just lock into the content, and you can do it. Consistency, and just getting your head down and getting it done. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's touch on this news again that Epic Games have sold ArtStation and Sketchfab to Kitbash, not the Fortnite skin, apparently, an other art company, I presume. Epic Games says it no. Epic Games says its priorities are Fortnite, Unreal Engine 6, and developer ecosystem and Epic Games Store, following the sale of ArtStation, Sketchfab to Kitbash. So obviously, Epic recouping more funds after the fact, as someone did mention, they laid off 1,000 employees under a year ago, and the fact they now sold multiple things off. Even though Epic recently only brought something, they brought a couple of what was it? That AI mod capping thing, or motion capture thing. So they're still spending money, but yeah, they've obviously sold this as well. Jay, what's the deal with the new teaser leaks? I haven't found anything about them. Something about the IO coming back. So it looks like Geno is hacking something that is similar to the loop, right? And he's initializing a Sonic protocol. So Sonic is coming as well as a POI. And I guess we might have a teaser for Persona tomorrow, maybe. Could be Minecraft or FNAF or something else. So a lot of things happening. But yeah, it looks like Geno's been playing with the loop. But anyway, chat, I'm actually going to call it here because I'm absolutely knackered. And to be fair, I did actually kind of went stream earlier today. But it's just very hot in this room. And I need to go and cool off. But guys, it's been a good stream. I think it's been a good stream. I had a lot of conversation, a lot of talk about the teasers. So that's done because Sketchfab is the main source of 3D models for a lot of game developers who use Unreal Engine 6. Yeah, but it's not as if that company's ending, right? That will still be available. It's just they don't have to put in the money to thingy the resources. So I can actually see why it makes sense selling it off. Like, it's not closing down, is it? But no, it's not in-house anymore, I suppose. Yeah, I think we had been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. That it looks likely that Geno will probably be in the next season Battle Pass. At least the last days we've been like, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, definitely Geno, or at least maybe even Jonesy as well. I have to pick up another time, Ethan. I won't mind one, but yeah, probably another day. Story somehow dissolves again after chapter 7. I hope it doesn't. I hope now lock in. TV shows, comic books. Let's get a film. Let's lock in. Lock in, Fortnite, please. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Check all the links below. You got a Discord, Patreon, even a Cameo, right? A Twitter. So you can see the links in the description. I mean, that's all well and good, but are we getting the face or a style for the... Oh, yeah, I think that will be... It's the same skin as the Season 4 OG one, so I'm pretty sure that will just get granted, right? I'm not saying that Sprites is a bad season, but I feel off due to the Sprites. Yeah, but some people love the Sprites, and it's getting players in, so... But anyway... Until next time, it has been your boy, mrjayowhy. Till next time, bye-bye, guys. Have a good one. Bye, chat. See you in the Discord or something. I don't know.